Good morning, sir.
Morning, sir.
Good morning, friends. How are you?
Fine, sir.
Due to technical reasons, class is delayed for a few minutes. I'm sorry for that. I am Dr. Upendra Rao. I for MA English and also UG students in PG College, Secunderabad. I have been teaching for them for the past 10 years. I am new to you. That is the reason I am introducing myself. Good morning, students. Now I am going to deal with. Is my voice audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good morning, sir.
Okay. Fine. Thank you. Now I'm do you have textbook?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Do you have textbooks?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm going to deal with poetry, Unit 2. Since Dr. Kondanayeswara sir is dealing with the background other text, I'm going to deal with Unit 2, that is poetry. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Still students are joining.
The paper?
Which paper?
Paper 3. Paper 3, literature of 18th century.
Yes, sir.
English literature of 18th century, paper 3, Unit 2. Paper 3, Unit 2. It is completely poetry.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
Everybody joined already?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now I am going to deal with Unit 2, that is poetry. Actually, there are poems which are written by William Blake. So, first of all, let me clarify the difference between prose and poetry. You might have listened, you might have understood. Still students are joining. Okay, you might have understood the things properly in the earlier classes, but even though I will explain some extent, I will try to explain some extent. Okay, fine. Prose is entirely different from poetry. Poetic language may be differed from general language, right? And also the style of writing, poetry is entirely different from the style of writing prose. We need to understand the differences. We need to understand the differences between these two, right? And the words may be used in different manner with different meanings also. For example, let me give you a few examples. Arabian sands. A poet used a word that is Arabian sands. Usually the meaning of the word sand is actually, as you all know, we can find out the sand in the edges of the river, and in the lakes we can find out the sand. So that we know. But here in this poem, in this special poem, the meaning is differed. Sands means desert. Actually, there is no plural form to the word sand. The sand itself can be used for both singular and also plural. So, but in this poem, Arabian sands, it means Arabian deserts, right? So, what can you find? It means what you find out in the deserts? Usually sand. You can find out only sand in the desert, usually. So, in that context, the poet used in the place of desert, the poet has used sand. For plural, he has used sands. So the same kind of thing, because the poetic meaning may be differed from general meaning of that word, the dictionary meaning of that word. We need to understand that. And apart from that, for getting the meter and also rhyme scheme, for having the rhyme scheme, for having a meter and all other features of the poetry, they may use in different manner. That is what poetic license. Poets can use the language of their own. It means they can disorder the sentences. They may not follow. Maybe it means they may follow the grammar. They may not follow the grammar sometimes. That is what poetic license. That is what poets may have. Poetic license. Poetic license means they can use the language in their own way, with their own meanings also sometimes, but there must be a logical kind of thing. When they use the word in different manner or different meaning, that must be logical. That should not be illogical, right? So that kind of things are there in the poetry. Whereas in prose, you need to write the sentence in a proper way. You need to use the language properly. Then only you will be recognized as a good writer or great writer. Whereas in poetry, you can desert the words. You can even without following the grammar also you can write the without following the grammar means without proper language you can write the poetry to get rhyme scheme or to get meter or to get some other innovative kind of things in the poetry. So it doesn't mean that you no need to learn grammar, you no need to follow the grammar, you no need to go through the proper language, right? It doesn't mean like that. It means you can use sometimes according to the situation demands or according to the writing style demands, you can use the language in your own way, but that must be logical. That must be logical. So now I'm going to deal with the poetry which was written by William Blake. First of all, The Lamb was written by William Blake, and also Tiger. There are poems which were written by in the unit. What is this unit? Unit 2. William Blake wrote The Lamb, and after that Tiger, T-Y-G-R, not T-I-G-R. Tiger, there are poems which are written by William Blake. So we need to go into in depth and also Chimney Sweeper, the Chimney Sweeper, Holy Thursday, Chimney Sweeper, Tiger, and The Lamb. These were the poems which were written by William Blake, which are also part of our syllabus, that is in Unit 2. Okay, right. First of all, let me explain about the writer William Blake. William Blake belongs to Romantic period. You know the Romantic poets, William Blake, William Wordsworth, Esther Coleridge, all these people are related to Romantic period. You know, the Romantic period is different from earlier periods because the poets started, especially in the Romantic age. There were many poets. If you compare with other playwrights or novelists or short story writers or other kind of writers, you can see many people who could write only poetry, who concentrated on poetry writing, so that we can see in this Romantic period. And apart from that, Romantic age is entirely different from other ages, because the people started writing about the nature and about the love, about these kind of innovative things. Instead of praising the people, instead of writing about the God, instead of writing about the supernatural elements, and instead of writing about the ancient kind of things, they started writing about the present scenario, and also praising the nature, and also describing the beauty of the nature, and how the human society is connected with the nature. All those things are described in the Romantic age. In a romantic way. It means in this literary context, romantic is entirely different from the term which we use in our day-to-day life, that is romantic. So that is entirely different from in the literature. So that you need to understand. And after that, if you come to the lesson, that is poem, that is The Lamb. Before going to discuss the poem, let us have a look about the poet, that is William Blake. William Blake was born in 1757 and died in 1827. 1757 and 1827. This is the lifespan of our poet William Blake. William Wordsworth, P.B. Shelley, S.T. Coleridge, all these people related to Romantic age. Okay, he is a poet, and also William Blake is a poet and also painter. Actually, William Blake was a poor person. He was not wealthy, and he was not a very. It means he was not from the aristocratic family background. So he is very ordinary person. he is very poor. That is the reason even he did not go to the school to get education. Even though he was educated by his mother, William Blake was educated by his own mother at his house only. And after that, he started writing about all the things that we need to understand. Blake never went to the school, that everybody should understand. And he is a Gothic artist. He is also a Gothic artist, and he is associated. He is also associated with the classical kind of things that we can see in his life. And after that, yeah, he is also a romantic artist, romantic poet, and also romantic artist. He wrote many poems. Actually, in the beginning in 1789, he has published a collection of poems that is titled as Songs of Innocence. The poem Lamb is also part of Songs of Innocence, one of the poems which is very famous in the book that is Songs of Innocence. It is a collection of poetry which was published in 1789. Everybody should try to understand and also remember the Songs of Innocence was published in 1789. It is very famous collection of the poetry. And after that, followed by there is one more book that is Songs of Experience, which is also a collection of poetry. Songs of Experience and Songs of Innocence, both are related. And he combined both Songs of Innocence and also Songs of Experience, and titled it as, by combining both collection of poetries, and titled the book that as Songs of Innocence and Experience, which was published in 1974. Songs of Innocence and Experience. Actually, there is a contradiction between innocence and experience. The experiences which were taken place in his life are also discussed in the poems which are part of Songs of Experiences, and also actually Songs of Innocence, Songs of Experience, both are it means in the both collections talked about. Still students are joining. I don't know what is the reason behind. Already it is 10 o'clock. Even though students are joining, please try to join timely. Because of the technical reasons, I could not start the class timely. But you are also very late. Though you have been attending the classes for the past many days, you are good at technology, and also you know the system. You know the Google Meet system. Even though you are joining late, I don't know the reason behind that. And I will make you to join automatically. I don't know the option where it is, but I don't need to admit to you all always, because when I'm dealing with a specific thing, if you wait in the waiting room, it may be inconvenience for you, and admitting you is also a disturbance kind of thing for me. So that is the reason I will do that option. I will make it possible to join automatically without my acceptance. You can join the class automatically. That I can arrange in future. But now, please try to join. Please ask others to join immediately. Within 1 or 2 minutes. Please ask your friends to join in the classroom. Join the class. Then we can continue without having any interruptions. Okay, fine. Songs of Innocence, which was published in 1789. It is a famous poetry, famous collection of poetry. Very interesting poems are there in the book that is Songs of Innocence, which was published in 1789. The Lamb is one of the famous poem. Yeah. Actually, there is page number 56 in your textbook. Please try to open page number 56. There is Unit 2, Poetry, William Blake, The Lamb from Songs of Innocence, Introduction to William Blake. Those things are there on the page 56. Page number 56. You please open. Have you opened your textbook?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, page number 56.
Yes, sir.
Page number 56. Please open. Have you opened?
Yes, sir. Done.
Okay, fine. Any one of the students, please read out from the beginning about the poet William Blake.
William Blake was born in London 1757.
Loudly, loudly, loudly. My dear students, Renuka Devi.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
William Blake.
Renuka Devi, please wait, please wait.
Yes, sir.
Amma Renuka Devi garu,
Yes, sir.
please read out in a louder manner. I am not able to hear you.
William Blake was born in London 1757 and died in 1827. He was the son of a hosier and at the early age he displayed a very high amount of creativity. He was a visionary and mystic poet. During schooling, Blake began an apprenticeship as an engraver at the age of 14. His life as an engraver played a big role in literary life and helped him to understand the artistic qualities of poetry.
Wait, Renuka garu, when I ask you to wait for some time, you please. Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We are able to hear you, sir. We are able to hear you.
Yeah, please tell me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you hear me now?
Amma, wait. Renuka garu, wait. Divyarani garu, tell me.
Yes, sir. Now can you hear me?
We are not getting your voice. It is not clear. My
We are
voice.
able to hear you, sir. We are able to
Yes,
hear
sir.
you,
Your
sir.
voice is clear, sir.
But what about Renuka Devi's voice? I am not able to hear her voice. Yeah, others, please read out.
William Blake, The Lamb, from Songs of Innocence. Introduction to William Blake. William
Very
Blake
good.
was born in London 1957 and died in 1827. He was the son of a hosier and at the early age he displayed a
Yes,
very high
it's okay.
amount of creativity. He was a visionary and mystic poet. During schooling, Blake began an apprenticeship as an engraver at the age of 14. His life as an engraver played a big role in literary life and helped him to understand the artistic quality of poetry. William Bill.
Wait. Yeah, William Blake was born in London in 1757 and died in 1827. That is very important. When did he born and when did he died is also very important. Please try to remember. And he played a crucial role in the literary era, right? Especially in the Romantic age, he played an important role. He wrote many poems which are very popular throughout the world. So that we need to understand, he's a great poet, great visionary, and also very talented, multi-talented person. So that we need to understand about the poet William Blake. Yeah, please continue.
William Blake published The Songs of Innocence in 1789. The most famous poem in his anthology was The Lamb. The Lamb is based on a Christian view of creation and how God created the lamb as a perfect, innocent animal. In the following year, Blake published another anthology, Songs of Experience, in which the tiger became the most famous poem of his career. The tiger is a spiritual partner to the poem The Lamb.
Wait. William Blake published both Songs of Innocence and also Songs of Experience. One of the famous poem from Songs of Innocence is The Lamb, and one more famous poem, that is The Tiger, from Songs of Experience. Both are part of our syllabus. Unit 2. Both are part of our syllabus, that is Unit 2. So we are going to deal with those things. Okay, fine. You should remember that both anthologies. One is Songs of Innocence, another one is Songs of Experience, and they were combined and titled it as Songs of Innocence and Experience. Okay, that is the information which you need to remember. Okay, continue.
The Songs of Experience was published in 1790 as a follow-up to Blake's Songs of Innocence, 1789. The two books were published together under the merged title Songs of Innocence and Experience, 1794, showing the
Yeah.
two contrary states of the human soul. The illustrations are arranged differently in some copies, while a number of poems were moved from Songs of Innocence to Songs of Experience.
Very good, very good. Actually, I have explained it also. Okay, fine. Please continue about the poem. About the
About
poem.
the poem, The Lamb is the companion poem to William Blake's The Tiger in Songs of Experience. Blake wrote Songs of Innocence as a contrary to the Songs of Experience.
Very
It was
good.
published in 1789 as a part of a larger work, Songs of Innocence, which is itself part of Songs of Innocence and Experience. Like many of Blake's literary contributions, the poem is about Christianity. The lamb is the common metaphor for Jesus Christ, who is also called the Lamb of God. The lamb takes us to the heart of the matter. We learn Blake's two main reasons for making the lambs as so awesome. The lambs are very soft, happy, and make cool noises. The lambs are associated with Jesus Christ, whom the speaker of this poem regards on the savior of the world.
Yes, wait. Here, just she has read out about the poem. The lamb. Actually, we know the sheep. The lamb is also another word for the sheep. It can be used for that only. So the lamb is means little sheep or baby sheep. That is what the lamb. Actually, it is symbolized as innocence. It is symbolized as honesty and also goodness, cool noise, which is very interesting to listen. That we can see in our day-to-day life also. Usually, when you see the lamb means baby of the sheep. Usually, you can feel very interesting. You can go to that and you can touch it because we feel very anxiety to touch it. We feel very anxiety to see it in a closer manner, and sometimes we can take it into our hands. That we can see because it is very interesting, and also it is very good animal. It doesn't do any harm to any other person, even any other animal, so that we can see in our life. So here also that is the reason the poet titled as the lamb, that we can see in our honesty, innocence, goodness, coolness, a very interesting voice we can see in this poem also. Please continue, Shailaja Vemula Garu. Please continue.
The Lamb from Songs of Innocence. Little lamb who made tea, those to know who made tea, gave tea life and bid tea feed. By the stream and over the mead, gave tea clothing of delight, softest clothing woolly bright, gave tea such a tender voice, making all the values rejoice. Little lamb who made tea, those to know who made tea. Little lamb, I will tell thee. Little lamb, I will tell thee. He is called by the name, for the calls himself a lamb. He is meek and he is mild. He became a little child. I a child and thou a lamb. We are called by his name. Little lamb, God bless thee. Little lamb, God bless thee.
Very good. This is what actually there are two stanzas. Each stanza contains 10 lines, and all are couplets, rhyming couplets. First line ends with the, second line also ends with the. Both are rhymed each other. And third, feed, meat. delight, bright, voice, rejoice, thee, again. All are rhyming couplets. All are rhyming couplets. All lines are rhymed with each other. So they are also called couplets. Couplet means two lines. Two lines stanza is called couplet. When there are two lines in a poem, that is what couplet. So all are two line couplets. Sorry, all are rhymed couplets. That you should understand. And yeah, little lamb who made thee, little lamb. Here the poet is describing the lamb and he is questioning. It is a rhetorical question. It is a rhetorical question. Rhetorical question means we ourselves raise the question and we ourselves answer to it. That is what rhetorical question. The person who is posing question can also give the answer. That is what rhetorical question. The same person can give the answer to the question. That is what rhetorical question. So here the lamb, who made thee, who made you, who made you, who made you. Usually, actually it is related to Christian religion. So here even the God, Jesus Christ, is symbolized as the lamb. Most of the Christian, especially most of the Christians, use the lamb as the symbol of God that we can see in our day-to-day life. So if you go to church or if you go to any Christian place, you can find out the picture of the lamb. So, yeah, by holding, Jesus Christ holds the lamb in his hands. Usually we can see. So that is the reason. That much importance the lamb is given in the human society. So the lamb, who made thee, who made you. Usually the God according to the Christian mythology or Christian religion, or according to some other religions, all religions, everything is created by God. Everything is created by God. It may be differed. By some other philosophical people, that it was created of its own. It is a material. That is materialist theory. That is not necessary to discuss in this context. Let us look at the poem in a deeper manner. In that context, everything is created by the God only. So that is the reason the lamb, who made thee, dost thou know who made thee, who made you, who created you, who created you. You are created by the God only. Gave thee life and bid thee feed. Who created you? Who created you in such a beautiful manner? Who created you in a peaceful manner? And who created you all these kind of things? Who created the feed for you? Who created the shelter for you? And all those things. Rhetorical questions. Gave life, bid thee feed. Who gave life to you? It is a living thing. The lamb is a living thing. Human beings are living things. So that we need to understand. Gave thee life, bid thee feed by the stream and over the mead. Gave thee clothing and delight. Who made? Who created? Who gave the clothing? Yeah. From the cool weather or from the heat weather, it means it can be protected. The lamb itself can be protected with its woolen kind of thing, so it can be protected. So who gave woolen kind of aid, and also who gave all these kind of precautionary things? God himself. God himself gave all these things. That's what he is telling. In this poem. Soft clothing, woolly bright. Soft clothing, they are very soft. Even if you touch, you can get a very pleasurable kind of feel. You can feel very pleasurably. So that you can see in this poem. Gave the clothing of delight, soft clothing, woolly bright, woolen kind of woolly bright, and gave thee such a tender voice. when it make noise, usually it is very interesting. It is very interesting to listen. So that voice, who gave you rhetorical questions, making all the whales rejoice, making all the whales rejoice. Whale, you know, whales, loyal, right? Rejoice. It means very pleasant, very pleasant to when you go to the whales. Usually, you can feel very happy and you can enjoy in the whales. So rejoice. There we can find out very joyful things, joyful moments. So little lamb, who made thee? Dost thou who made thee? The same lines are repeated. The lamb who made thee, dost thou know? It is Old English. It was written in Old English. Thou, thee, thy. All these words can be used in the place of you, he, she. Those things can be used in that place. It means those was the words which were used in the Old English. It is modern English. Nowadays we are using modern English. It is different from Old English. In the Old English, the words may be
What is the meaning
words may be different from the modern English or modern language that we use now. So here, my dear students, please try to understand. Thy, thou, thee. These words are used. These words are the pronouns. They can be used in the place of you, in the place of he, in the place of she, in the place of it. Also, they can be used. So here there is one more stanza, that is, little lamb, I will tell thee, I will tell you. Thee means you. Little lamb, I will tell thee, I will tell you. Little lamb, I will tell thee. Again, there are two. He is called by the name. He is called by thy name. By thy name means his name. For he calls himself a lamb. For he calls, the God himself calls. The God himself calls as a lamb. It means he won't that I'm a lamb. He won't that I'm a lamb. The God himself. He is meek. He is mild. It is very gentle. It is very gentle. The lamb is very gentle, and God is also very gentle. The lamb is also very innocent. God is also very innocent. God is honest. The lamb is also honest. That is the reason the God is symbolized as the lamb. So okay, he became little child. He became a little child. Little child. Little children is also. It means little children are also symbolized as the God, because they don't know cunning. They don't know cheating. They don't know anything. They are very honest. They are very honest. That is the reason the children may be symbolized as the God. So here he became a little child. God is also a little child. God is equal to little child. Children is also equal to the God. We are called by his name. Little lamb, God bless thee, God bless you. Little lamb, God bless thee, God bless you. Here, the God is symbolized as the lamb. God is symbolized as the children. There is explanation. We can go through the remaining matter which is given in the textbook. We can go through that. First of all, you need to understand the gist or the theme of the poem. Then we can go in depth into the poem, which is given in the textbook. That is summary, and also after that there is a structure and style, style and rhyme scheme that we can see in this. A B B C C D D. Again A E F G G F E A. That is the rhyme scheme of our poem, The Lamb. That is given in the textbook. You don't need to write down it, because it is already there in our textbook, page number 57, 59. You can find out later. But now let us have a look about the summary of the poem which is given in the textbook. I have just given the gist. I have given gist, total theme of the poem. That is the God is symbolized as the lamb, and the children is also compared with the lamb. It means both are innocent, both are honest. So that they are given very importance, and all are made by the God only. God only created the lamb. God only created the feed. God only grass. Feed means grass. God only gave the bread, and the structure of the structure of the lamb is also given by the God only. because it should be protected. It should be protected itself for from the overheat and also from over cool. Sometimes it may be rained. At that time, it should be protected. For that reason, God gave the woolen kind of aids, so that we can see in the poem that we need to understand, and also symbolism of the coolness, honesty. The voice is also so thrilling to listen. The voice which is made by the lamb is also very interesting to listen. We cannot feel bored, or we cannot even we may not feel inconvenience while listening to the noise which was made by the lamb, that we can see in this poem. Any one of the students, please read out the matter which is there on the page number 58, please.
William Blake, The Lamb is a simple and interesting poem which begins with questions. Little lamb, who made thee?
Amma, page number 58.
58, yes sir.
Summary.
Yes, sir. Summary. William Blake's The Lamb is a simple and interesting poem which begins with questions. Little lamb, who made thee? Those, though, know who made thee. Here, the speaker seems to be an innocent and playful child who likes riddles. He asks the lamb about its origins. The questions asked are about creator, who created this animal. The speaker questions the lamb how it came into being, how it acquired its particular manner of feeding, its clothing of wool, its tender voice, and so on. Here, we find a physical description of the lamb seen as a pure and gentle creature. The speaker feels that the presence of the lamb in the surrounding creates happiness and rejoices everyone around. But the speaker tries to find out about the creator of the lovely, cool, and calm creature, the lamb. The questions raised by the speaker apparently seem to be simple, but they have deep, profound, and timeless relevance to all the human beings and their origin. It is also about the creation of nature and the creature like lamb itself.
Very good. Wait. Here, already, as I have already explained the poem, there is some information, some detailed information which is there in this paragraph. Here he questioned, in the beginning the speaker questioned who created you, who created the woolen, who created the feed, who created everything, and who created your voice, who gave you the voice which is very thrilling, which is very interesting, which is very soft, that we can see in this paragraph. And apart from that, the speaker feels that the presence of the lamb in the surrounding creatures happiness and rejoice everyone around. It means when you are there with the lamb, you also feel very interesting, and also you may enjoy and you may feel happiness, rejoicing, also giving happiness, so joyfulness, so that we can see in this paragraph the oral theme of the paragraph which was read by the student, one of you, is only the physical description of the lamb in the first stanza, in the first poem, the physical description of the lamb, and also the surroundings of the lamb, and who created it, and who created all the facilities, who created the woolen kind of air, and who created all those things. The God himself created all those things. The God himself gave the voice, feeling voice, and all those things we can see. Yeah, continue, my dear.
Yes.
The next stanza.
The speaker attempts to answer the question at him in the beginning. He himself answers that the lamb was made by the one who calls himself a lamb, one who presents nobility and humanity. the one who resembles in his gentleness both the child and the lamb. Here, the lamb is compared with the infant Jesus, as well as between the lamb and the speaker's soul. In the last two lines, the speaker identifies the Creator, God. The lamb symbolizes Jesus Christ. The traditional image of Jesus as a lamb underscores the Christian values of kindness, humbleness, mercy, and peace. The poem ends with the child bestowing a blessing on the lamb.
Continue.
Yes, Blake's The Lamb is the description of an innocent animal and presents the pastoral world of childhood. It represents a meek virtue and innocence. It also explores the value and limitations of human perspectives in the world. It dramatizes the native hopes and fears that inform the lives of children and trace their transformation as the child grows into adulthood. Blake draws touching portraits of the emotional power of rudimentary Christian values. He also exposes over the heads and Christianity's capacity for promoting injustice and cruelty.
Yes. There is no cruelty, there is no injustice, there is any hardship, there is no difficulty, there is enjoyment, there is peacefulness, there is coolness. According to the Christian religion, everybody should feel happy, and every person should have mercy. Every person should try to get peace, and everybody should have kindness, and everybody should maintain values, moral values, according to the Christian religion. So that is there, but whether the people are following it or not, we don't know, and it is not at all a debatable issue in this context. But according to the religion, everybody should have all those things. Here, that is the reason. The poet has taken the lamb as the symbolism of all these kind of things. The lamb is symbolized as the kindness. The lamb is symbolized as the humbleness. The lamb is symbolized as the mercy and also peace. That is the reason. God is the it means creator of all these things. God also created evil things. God created the lamb, which is very innocent, which is very good, which is very honesty, and God created evil things also. That is the tiger. Tiger is usually symbolized as the terrific, or what we call anger, terrific anger, and sensitization. All these things we can see in the next poem, that is the tiger. Here everybody should understand the lamb. The God is symbolized as the lamb. The lamb is given the importance of the God, so that we need to understand in this poem. And apart from that, Jesus Christ, the lamb symbolizes Jesus Christ. Here, the lamb symbolizes the Jesus Christ. The traditional image of Jesus as a lamb, underscores the Christian values of kindness, humbleness, mercy, and peace. That everybody try to remember. That is what the main theme of the main summary of the poem. And let us look at the summary, style, and rhyme scheme. Already I have mentioned there is a rhyme scheme, that is A B B C C D D A E F G G. Page number 59. G G F E again A. That is the rhyme scheme of the poem. In the structural point of view, the poem has 2 stanzas of 10 lines each. The poem has 2 stanzas, two stanzas of 10 lines each. Each stanza has 10 lines. Those 10 lines are rhymed couplets, 5 rhymed couplets. Okay. The first 2 and last 2 lines of each stanza are repeated like the chorus or refrain of the song. If it is a song, there must be a chorus. You know, the chorus. Usually, a main singer can sing the song, and sometimes when there is necessary, usually other people may give the chorus. It means they repeat the same as the speaker sings. They do the same. That is what chorus. That is what chorus. In this, poems can be sung. You know, poems also can be sung. You know, Bangle Sellers. There is a poem, famous poem, which we read in our school age. That is Bangle Sellers. Actually,
Yes, sir.
what do the bangle sellers do while selling the bangles? Usually they sing the songs. They do not make the statements. Usually they do not make the statements. They usually sing the songs. Bangle sellers are you beer. Usually even the vegetable vendors, all the people, they 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 give the information in a rhythmic manner, in the song form. You know, in that manner, poems can be sung. It means people can sing. People can sing the poems. So that is what. That is the reason there is a chorus. There is chorus. Yeah, the Pallavi, you know, Pallavi and Charanams you can find out in the poem, in the song. So the first two lines or three lines can be repeated always. That is what beginning of the song. So after one after the other, you need to insert the beginning lines. So the same thing is there in this poem. Okay, fine. All the poems can be sung. They write in that manner also. They are poems, and also they can be sung. Okay, fine. Here the first two lines of each stanza repeated like the chorus or refrain of the song. We need to refrain the song. So in that manner they are repeated. These lines have 6 beats, and they serve the bookends of the middle 6 lines, most of which have seen beats. There are beats. Each line has 6 beats. That is the structural kind of thing. The style of the poem, the lamb is simple and direct. Means there is no indirect information in this poem. It is a very direct information is given, so everybody can understand easily. You know, the inner meaning may be different from outer meaning. The poem can be written in that manner also. The inner in-depth meaning may be different from the surface meaning. So we need to understand both, and we need to interpret of our own way. We should not follow others. I may interpret the poem in my own way. You may be differed from my own interpretation, but we should not go out from the intention of the poet. We need to in the premises of the writer's concept or writer's aspect. From that you can interpret of your own, right? That you can do it. Yeah, direct. The poet thoroughly and meticulously crafted the language and the rhyme in the poem. There is rhyme scheme. Every alternate line, every 2 lines are rhymed. You know, so we can see that also. He has used biblical symbolism. Biblical symbolism is Jesus Christ. Biblical. When you take something from the Bible, that is what biblical story. When you take the story from the Bible, or when you talk about the Bible, it is what biblical kind of thing. Biblical symbolism. Symbols are given from the Bible. Symbolisms are given from the Bible. That is the reason it is biblical symbolism. Biblical symbolism. Imaginary. Animals are imagined. So that is the reason animal imaginary is there. Pastoral imaginary is there. And yeah, effectively, pastoral, imaginary, etc. Effectively, they all are used. As a whole, it forms the style of the poem. That is very important. And after that, the poem The Lamb has 2 stanzas each, containing 5 rhymed couplets. It means total 10 lines. 10 lines means 5 couplets. 10 lines, 5 couplets. It means 5 2-line stanzas. 5 2-line stanzas. Couplet means couple means 2. Couple means 2. Couple can be used for things also, not only for human beings. There may be 2 male, there may be 2 women, there may be 2 things, there may be two buildings. It can be used for any. So couplets. Couplet means two lines, two lines. So five couplets. Okay. The poem has a simple rhyme scheme, that is A B B C C D D A F G G F E A. The rhyme scheme in the lamb is simple. The poet rhymes the with itself four times, and mostly yeah sticks to single syllables like feed and mead. There are one syllable. It means single syllable word, syllabic word. Single syllabic means it can be pronounced at a time. That is what single syllabic. You know, gana vibhajana, ganalu in Telugu language. That is what we have in English language. That is syllables, syllabic word, monosyllabic word, disyllabic word, trisyllabic word, polysyllabic word, like that. When there is only one syllable, that is monosyllabic word. When there are two syllables in a word, that is what disyllabic word. Trisyllabic word, when there are three, trisyllabic word. Poly means many. Poly means polysyllabic word, that we can see. So the rhyme scheme is there with that. The the first stanza of the poem raises a couple of questions about the lamb, its creator. Already we have discussed all these things. So poetic devices in the poem. Yeah, come down to bottom of the page 59. That is poetic devices in the poem. Please read out, my dear students. Any one of you, please read out the poetic devices in the poem.
The poem The Lamb is full of poetic devices like symbols, imaginary wordplay, etc. The
Okay.
lamb in
First symbol is the lamb.
the lamb in the poem symbolizes innocence. The poet connects this symbol with Christian religion. In the
Ah.
Christian mythology, Jesus Christ is compared to a lamb because it is innocent and is used to be sacrificed on the behalf of humanity. Jesus himself loved the animal, the lamb, and is also called shepherd, which means the person who looks after the flock of lambs and takes them to the meadows for feeding.
Yes. Wait. Here, the lamb is symbolized as innocence, honesty, truthness, right? So that is one important thing. The poet connects this symbol with Christian religion. In this poem, the poet William Blake connected with Christian religion and also Christian mythology. According to Christian mythology, Jesus Christ is compared to a lamb because it is innocent. The lamb is innocent. Jesus Christ is also innocent. And Jesus Christ sacrificed his life for human beings. Yeah, human beings committed many mistakes because of the human errors, because of the human mistakes. Jesus Christ sacrificed his life according to Christian mythology. So that is the reason. And he himself called shepherd. He took care of the flock. Flock means group of the sheep. Group of the sheep or group of the lambs. That is what flock. So he himself took care of the flock. So that is the reason. That is the reason he is symbolized, or the lamb is symbolized as Jesus Christ and also the God. That we can see. The lamb is symbolized as innocence because God is innocent, and also the lamb is innocent. Okay. Religious symbols. Turn.
Religious symbols. In
Amma.
this poem, the animal lamb is not just an animal, but it is compared to Jesus Christ. The
Very good.
innocence of Jesus as a child is always compared to innocent lamb, which is mostly used for sacrifice. Jesus has sacrificed his love for the sake of humanity. The expression he is called by the name, for he calls himself a lamb. He is meek and he is mild, indicates that the lamb is in the poem is no one but Jesus himself.
Yeah. In the religion aspect also, Jesus Christ is symbolized as lamb. That is what is there in that image of child.
The image of child is associated with Jesus Christ. In the Christian gospel, Jesus displays a special concern for children. Jesus is depicted as an innocent child who is helpless, candid, and harmless.
Yeah, who is harmless, who is helpless, candid. Yeah, childs are also. It means children are also symbolized as Jesus. You can see in this poem. Yeah, pastoral life, pastoral life.
The poem The Lamb is full of pastoral imagery. It refers to idealized life of shepherd. The shepherd and shepherdess take the flock of lambs to the countryside in order to feed their lambs. The life of shepherd suggests us about one's association to the nature and various natural phenomena. The expressions like stream, woolly clothing, voice, whales, etc. are various natural and pastoral aspects which we find in the poem.
Yes, yes. Yeah, while it means while going to take care of the lambs or sheep, usually they go for months together. They go they go into the forest for months together, sometimes years together, because they may not find out the grass, they may not find out the feeding in some reasons. At that time, what do? They go for one place to another place while going and while coming back to their own places. It may take 1 year, it may take 6 months, it may take 3 months. At that time, what kind of things, what kind of precautions they do, and they enjoy in the nature. They closely associate with the lambs only. The shepherd can be associated with the lambs, can be associated with the nature, because those people cannot find out any other humans in that place. At that time only they closely associate with the nature, especially the lamb, that we can see the pastoral life we can see in this poem. This is the information which I can give you about the poem, that is lamb. After that, there is a contradiction. There is a contrary poem. There is a complete diversion, that is the tiger, that we can find out in the poem, the tiger, right? It is part of songs of experience. That was the lamb is part of songs of innocence. This is part of songs of experience to our poems. We need to compare after it means after this explanation we need to compare both poems. Okay. Find please, page number 61, please read out.
Yes, introduction to songs of experience. William Blake published the Songs of Innocence in 1789. The most famous poem in this anthology was The Lamb. The Lamb is based on a Christian view of creation and how God created the lamb as a perfect, innocent animal. In the following year, Blake published another anthology, Songs of Experience, in which the tiger became the most famous poem of his career. The tiger is a spiritual partner to the poem The Lamb. The Song of Experience was published in 1790 as a follow-up to Blake's Songs of Innocence 1789. The two were published together under the merged title Songs of Innocence and Experience 1794, showing the contrary states of the human soul. The illustration are arranged differently in some copies, while a number of poems were moved from Songs of Innocence to Songs of Experience.
Very good, very good. That is the brief information about Songs of Experience, which was published in 1970. After 1 year, 1789 was the year of publication of Songs of Innocence. Within the 1 year, he has published one more anthology, that is Songs of Experience in 1790. And after that, in 1794, he combined both. He merged both Songs of Innocence and Songs of Experience, and titled it as Songs of Innocence and Experience. That's it. Okay, right. Yeah, it illustrates are arranged differently in some copies, while the number of poems were moved from Songs of Innocence to Songs of Experience. It means he had changed. Some poems were taken from songs of innocence to songs of experience. That he has changed when he merged both. Okay. Introduction to the tiger. Tyger. Tiger. Spelling. You need to take care of the spelling. Tiger. Instead of Tiger, he has given. William Blake has given Tyger. We can see why he has used that spelling. We can see.
Yes. What is the reason in the instead of
I will tell you. I will tell you. I will tell you.
Yes,
Ah,
yes. In the
please.
tiger, William Blake speaks of an idea about creation in general and creation of evil in particular. It is completely opposite to the idea presented in the poem, The Lamb. Here, Blake did not talk about the creation of good. On the contrary, he speaks about the creation of evil. In the tiger, the poet uses powerful rhyming scheme along with a lot of allusions to the Christian views of God, Greek or Roman and goddesses, etc. The poem itself presents a sort of strange view on the central question that Blake repeats twice in the poem, referring to the evil of the tiger. Who could dare frame thy fearful symmetry?
Yes, yes. Right. Amma, read out the poem.
Yes, sir, yes.
Ah.
Tiger, 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 burning bright in the forest of the night. What immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? In what distant deeps or skies burnt the fire of thine eyes? On what wings dare he aspire? What the hand dare seize the fire? And what shoulder and what thought could twist the sinews of thy heart? And when thy heart began to beat, what dread hand and what dread feet? What the hammer, what the chain? In what furnace was thy brain? What the anvil, what dread grasp? Dare its deadly terrors clasp? When the stars threw down their spears and watered heaven with their tears, did he smile his work to see? Did he who made the lamb make thee? Tiger, tiger, burning bright
God in
of the night, what immortal hand or eye dare frame fearful symmetry?
Who made the tiger? Who made the tiger? Obviously, God created the tiger also. God only created the lamb.
Tiger.
God only created the tiger. There are
Yes.
contradictions. There are contradictions. And both poems were written by the same author, that is William Blake. He wanted to explain, he wanted to give an idea that there are good things in the society and also bad things, evil kind of things also are also there in the society, human society. The society is mixed with both good and evil things. There is crime, there is crime, there are murders, there are killings, there are cheatings, there are cheaters in the society, and also honest people. In the same world, in the same village, in the same town, in the same city, we can find out these two different kind of the people. We can find out. So that is the reason. That is the reason William Blake wanted to describe both sides of the society, not only single side, not only one side, not only one side. Both we need to. Every person may have both good things and also evil things. That person may have committed some mistake, knowingly or unknowingly. Sometimes unknowingly people may commit, some other time intentionally they do the mistakes. Intentionally, by overruling the things, they can commit the mistakes. So we will discuss all those things. We will discuss all those things later. But here in this context, in the poem Tiger, it is a terrifying. It is a what we call. It is a cruel animal. It is a cruel animal. It is not a domestic animal. We cannot. We cannot. It means we cannot take it into our houses, and we cannot live with the tiger, live with the lion, some other wild animals. We cannot accompany with wild animals, because it may kill you. The tiger or the lion may kill you, and the tiger can kill other people also, other animals also. That is the that is the food for the tiger, that is the food for the lion. So here, what kind of things the tiger do, what kind of things the lamb do? Both are differed from each other. Both are different from each other. Both have different futures. Both have different futures. They are not common, they are not similar. So what kind of differences we could find out in these two poems, and why the spelling of the word tiger, Tiger, instead of Tigr he has used Tygr. Why did he use? In the beginning I have mentioned that the poet can use the words in his own way, in our own way, right? In our own way. The word may be it means spelled out in different manner, right? To get rhyme scheme or to get meter, to get some other thing, the spelling may be changed. The spelling may be changed. We can see that that kind of change, not only in that context, but also there is a logical kind of reason behind that. We will discuss all those things because it is already 11 o'clock. My dear students, please let me know whether my voice is audible to you or not. My teaching
Yes, sir.
Your
easy to
voice is
understand you,
audible and
Yes, sir.
understand you
Your
or
voice
not.
is audible.
nice and your
Amma,
Understood your class very well, sir. Thank you.
one after the other, one after the other. Please raise your hand. Please.
your
Audible,
voice
sir.
is audible, sir, and also your explanation also good, sir. We
Ah,
understood all.
okay. If there is any problem,
Thank you, sir.
please let me know. I will change because we are not in a physical classes. It is online class. When we have offline classes, we can explain the things properly in a detailed manner. But it is very difficult to make you understand the things. That problem is there, but there is no solution for that because the pandemic situation is going on. We don't know how long it will continue. Hopefully we may have the physical classes in future soon. Then we can explain all these things in a proper way. But try to don't think that it is very difficulty. Don't think that it is not possible to understand things. So through the online classes, you need to feel that it is also very useful and also very essential, because there is no option for this. There is no alternative kind of thing for this. That is the reason, my dear students, please let me know after completion of our scheduled. It was nice. Okay, fine. After completion of our explanation, all things. So we will have some more classes also. Personally, no problem at all. I am ready to explain the things in a detailed manner for many times. Thank you one and all. Thank you very much. Thank you, my dear
Thank
students.
you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you, sir.
Let me tell you one thing. Great opportunity to
Thank
teach
you,
you
sir.
all, because you are employees. You may be in a great position. Even if you compare with me, you may be in higher positions. Even though it is a great opportunity to teach you. Thank you one and all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.